Our next storyteller is a 15-year-old high school student right here in Lexington. He's a sophomore. He is the captain of the high school ethical reasoning team. I didn't even know we had one, but I am glad we do, because we can use a bit more ethical reasoning in our country at this moment. He says that he decided to tell his story because he wanted to share a truth that was his, and he wanted to hear the truths of other people as well. What's in a name? We'll find out.
I'm here to talk about my name. It's an Indian name, and any Indian or non-American in the audience would understand what I'm about to say. My name is Akshay, but it's also Akshay. There are two ways it's pronounced, and one way it is spelled. You can pronounce it Akshay, like the majority of people who know me, or you can pronounce it Akshay, like my close family members. I used to think of it as one public name and one secret. I, for a point in time, was actually scared of hearing it outside. In my mind, it was bad enough having a name that deviated this much from the norm. To pronounce it apart from normal pronunciation was even worse. It was another way to push me apart from the rest, so I buried the other name deep down, only to be used with family. Today, I realize that two names are an integral part of who I am. It's this duality that permeates my entire life. Indian, but not entirely Indian, and American, but not entirely American. My parents tell me to claim that I'm American, that I'm entitled to the same basic rights as any other citizen. My Indian family tells me to claim my Indian heritage and to say my prayers proudly. In the midst of this storm of identity sits me, tuning out the war cries of India versus America, and going numb to an endless barrage of information that wants to claim me for one or the other side. As a teenager, I'm still trying to figure out who I am and who I want to be. Should I be Indian and renounce my American identity of eating school lunches and hanging out with friends until late? Or should I be American and erase centuries of Indian heritage with the rich culture, mysticism, and 3 languages that come with it? Should I settle for a single middle path, one that takes both sides and makes the best out of both worlds, one where I go to hang out with friends in the night and call my old grandmother in the morning, right before she goes to bed, and ask her how her day was and how her other Indian grandmother friends in her apartment complex were, and whether or not she prayed for us before she went to bed, because I definitely prayed for her before I went to school. Today I realize I don't want some middle path that loses either of those. I want my 2 names. It's an integral part of who I am and who I want to be. Now, many in the audience would be wondering how you should pronounce my name, whether you should pronounce it Akshay or Akshay. And the answer is that there is no one answer. I'm learning to hear both, to welcome both, and to be grateful for both. I belong where I have 2 names. So I would honestly prefer you choose what you want to call me. Thank you.